Who remembers the days as a youth running to the comic store to build up your comic collection? Well, you can now do that in game form with Comic Hunters from Spin Masters and Arcane Wonders. But sometimes you want to collect alone, which is what I'm doing today. I am taking on the solo mode against Jarvis, either a butler, AI, depends on which form of Marvel you are aware of. But anyways, let's get on to it, facing Jarvis. All right, here we are, set up for that solo play of Comic Hunters, me versus Jarvis. Jarvis is going to be yellow, I am going to be green, of course. We have the number ones, the first appearances, and the verses as our highlights. Got our score pad over here ready to go. So this will work out slightly different. I personally am always going to be going first. And then when Jarvis gets the cards, it automatically gets added to his collection. I'm going to try and keep his as best as I can over here. And then, of course, the way that cards get drafted is going to be slightly different in a solo game. So we are going to be getting started here. If you aren't sure on how to play, go ahead and check out that link above where I show you what's all inside and then how to play the game. So we are going to start with the store phase. So how the store phase works in the solo game is I grab 3 cards. I'm going to choose 2 for my personal, and then 1 goes to Jarvis. So I'm looking, and that's a Doctor Strange 1. You got some Captain Americas here. Do I really want him to go up on the highlight track? But you know what? I think we're going to keep the Captain America and Doctor Strange. We'll give him a Captain America. Bam. I'm going to do this one more time. And then that will be the end of the store phase. So, even more Captain Americas. I really don't want to give him those, so we'll keep those 2, and we'll have him start up on Spider-Man as well. So, we now move on to the Flea Market. So, the Flea Market is going to work fairly similar. We are going to start with 1 card in each row. I am then going to choose to add to a row. He's going to flip over, consult this track, and that is going to be based on where he's going to put the cards. This row can have 2, this row can have 3, and this row can have 4. So looks like I am going Captain America at least for this one. So let's grab the next card. We have a Thor. That can have at most 2. Let's put our Thor here. So Jarvis's turn. He flips it over. We have a Hulk. Hulk goes in this bottom row. If I just decide to take this row, he would then fill this row until it had 2, and then take that row. The other row is going to go to the convention. I am going to put this one... He'd put it there anyway, so we're going to go right there. So he goes grab a Spider-Man. I am going to grab one more. It's a Black Panther. We're going to put that there. He goes. His would have to go there. My turn. I am going to grab this full row. He then grabs this one. So he's got a fairly large Spider-Man collection already going. We have a Captain America. These 2 go to the convention. Speaking of convention, it is convention time. So we are going to shuffle up this deck. This deck was created beforehand with 10, 10, and 6. And then we just added those last couple of 2s. In this round, I am going to be building a 5x5 grid with 1 card in the middle. I am then going to possibly move the card around, call 1 hero out, and that one, then I'll grab all those cards. I will do the same thing, but discard them. Then I will go again, grabbing cards. 1 more discard, then whatever's left goes to Jarvis, and then we will go on to building our collection. So, 1 more little shuffle here. Alright. 1, 2. I'm going to go that way and then 1 in the middle.
3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1 in the middle.
Ba-doom. Alright. Set that off to the side. I'm going to grab 1 more. It's a Black Panther. That can have at most 2. This row can have 2, this row can have 4. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1 in the middle.
3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1 in the middle.
Ba-doom. Alright. Set that off to the side. So I'm now going to look and see if I want to possibly put Thor somewhere. I'm optimally wanting to get a lot of cards, especially ones that I can use to spend on this stuff here. So let's see. We were going Captain America for sure. So we got a good amount of Captain America here that we can do. We could also split off into Iron... Well, nope, I don't have Iron Man in this game, so I have the Captain Americas. I could go Black Panther with it. Although I'm thinking maybe I might want to pivot into maybe getting some Spider-Man. Let's go... Yep, we are going to look at getting Spider-Man. So we're going to go this row and say Spider-Man without moving Thor. So now we do our discard. So I got a few threes over here. I got the Black Panther. So I think, why don't we go ahead and discard Captain America's. Like so. I can then move. We're going to bring Black Panther down this way. We're going to call Black Panther in this row. And now here's where Jarvis's collection just really blows up because he gets everything that is left. Like so. He's got a Black Panther. He cannot do Iron Man. Alright, so in this instance where there's multiple ones, he's going to consult this and grab the highest value one up there. So we are going to, well, he's got a Thor, so it gets added to his Thor collection. He has a solo Black Panther, and he has a solo Doctor Strange. Now, technically, I am supposed to be moving his stuff right when he does it, but I am going to just do it all at one time when I do mine. So let's look at my stuff. So I have some Black Panthers. I grab those Spider-Mans at the end. I have some Captain Americas, and I have these. So the Spider-Mans would be nice, but I think I'm just going to use them for their spending ability. Because let's see about getting... So this Black Panther section's pretty good. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our 6 and our 8. This goes into the convention deck. I don't know what this one Doctor Strange was. I believe this came over here, didn't it? I believe so. If that was wrong, I'll make a notation down below. So that is my collection of that. And let's get going with this Captain America, which is a collection of 4. So we'll have to spend these to the convention deck. And then I'll hold this Doctor Strange till the next turn. Alright, so let's adjust our things here. So as you can see, the convention is really where he makes a lot of his points. And I have heard Jarvis is very difficult to beat. Alrighty, so for this round, I'm just going to show you up to the auction site. That way I'll show you everything they do. And then we will come back to when I do my final assembled collection. But first, we are up to our store where I'm drawing 3, keeping 2 and giving him 1. So let's go ahead and keep this Spider-Man and this Doctor Strange. So he gets Black Panther. So going forward, I'll probably adjust his, seeing as I don't want to keep having to recount it. So those go with my Doctor Strange. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to give him this Spider-Man, I think. So Spider-Man goes right there. And that is it for the store. So now we go to the auction site. So the auction site is I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I am going to create a lot of 4 and a lot of 3. And then I choose a lot. If I choose a lot of 4, it costs me 5 secret stash points. If I choose a lot of 3, it's going to cost me 1 secret stash point. Whatever one I don't choose, Jarvis will buy at that designated amount, 5 or 1, and those will get added to his collection. So, this has a bunch of mighty stuff in it. So, let's separate those 2 and that one. And then what else do we have here? We have a first and a number 1, And a first and a number 1. You know what? It's just points. So we're going to go up here, and we'll go with that. And then I'm going to choose this top one for 5 points. Jarvis gets this bottom one for 1 point. And the first appearance is going to go up 1, 2, and 3. So we add this to his Thor, this to his Captain America, and this to his Doctor Strange. Alrighty, so I'm going to do the convention one more time, assemble my collection and so forth, and I'll join you back here to my final collection assembly. Alrighty, so we are into the final assemble collection. You might have saw me do some weird stuff with the decks. I ran out of cards for the convention deck, and I want to say maybe you're supposed to grab them from the heroes you removed. I just grabbed a bottom 1 and bottom 2, shuffled them in, and that was how I did that. Alright, so we are about to see what we can do here. I'm trying to get some Hulk comics in, so that way I can get a 5th collection. So let's separate our Hulks. I want to get more Spider-Man and more Captain America. Prioritizing Captain America and Spider-Man because of them being higher on this track. So right now I'm at 3 Captain America. If I can get these, so I just technically need to get 2 of these out. So we'll get these 2, and that could be its payment. And actually I can get all 4 of these out, so that's going to be 6, and this will be their payment like so. The Hulk, is there certain ones I want to focus on, and same thing Spider-Man. Spider-Man at 2. I'd like to get out 3 of these. So if I can get out these 3, so that's going to be 6. So that's 2, 4, and 6. So that's payment there. So let's look at my Hulk. I want to get at least 3 so I can score the varied collections. And looking where we are here, versus, I might be able to get them on number ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now that's 4 on number ones, which would put me 1 behind them. So that one I could tie him with. So we'll make sure we do that number 1. First, he's way above in front of me, so we'll do the verses, and then we'll do that. Spend my 6 here. So those are my spendings. So let's adjust my tracks accordingly. So bring these over. So my verses goes up 2, 5, and 6, which puts me up to 19. Going through next, my first is 1, 4. Puts me up to 10. And the number ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which has us tied. All right, so let's get these added over here to my collections, like so. And then let's just make sure I don't want to swap something around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually going to take this one out of Black Panther and move it down to there. So that still has 3 in it. That didn't affect Black Panther's scoring, but that did get that one up to double. Alrighty, so let's kind of kick mine up there a bit more so we can lay out his massive collections. Alright, his are laid out. So let's do the easy points first, and then we'll get into these. So the highlights, so we're tied. So you add up the 2 points, 15 and 8 is 23, divided by the player, so 2, round it down. So that is going to be 11. Then we each get 15 for he's winning there, I'm there, and then the other person gets 8. So that's 23 each and 11, so 34. Oh, I forgot first highlights. There we go. It actually has them separated. So first highlight, we're each at 11. Second highlight, he's at 15, I'm at 8, and then we have 15 and 8. So, going into all this, we're tied, but I have a feeling this is where he's going to excel and whoop me. So, Secret Stash, he's got 13. I have 5. Collection Variety, he has all 6, so that's going to be 20. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 15. Let's go ahead and use this sheet of paper. So, his Black Panther is 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Hulks is 8 points. Doctor Strange, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is another 8 points. Then his Thor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Thors, puts him at 20. 2, 4, 5 Spider-Mans puts him at 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Captain Americas puts him at 12. So that's 24, 44, 54, 64, 66 points for that. And now we do mine. So Captain America, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those is 24 points. Thor is 1, 2, 3, 4. Thor is 5. 2, 4, 5. Spider-Man is 10. And then 3 Black Panther is only 4. And Hulk has 3, so that's only 4. So 24, 29, 39, 39, 43, 47. So I believe I just got smoked. So 47. So 7, 12, 17, 18, 26, 31, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 101. 6, 9, 10, 15, 23, 2, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. 133 to 101. So he did score 19 more points in the collection size, 5 in variety, and 8 in secret stash. So I had him in the highlights. But I kept grabbing those secret stashes. I probably should have tried to just give him one of those secret stashes to try and even those up. But I don't think it would have made a difference because then he might have scored more points with all of this. Alrighty, so that was Comic Hunters Solo. Hope that gave you a good idea of how the game plays. This may be annoying you. I'm putting them all in one big old deck, but I will separate them here shortly, or I could just shuffle them and really go crazy. But anyways, so that was, again, Comic Hunters Solo. Have a good one.